I love my job, and my job is to create the best ranking lists. So, here we go. These are the top 10 best high school romances that make us laugh, swoon, cry, and cringe a bit. Before we get into it, don't forget to drop a like, and if you're new here, do well to hit the bell icon and subscribe for more content like this. Also, stick around till the end of the video for an honorable mention that didn't make it to the list. Starting this list is Clannad. Clannad is that show that takes you on the thrill of your life, gets you into a love crash, and puts you in the ICU, only to rip the oxygen mask right off your face. The story focuses on Tomoya, a high school student with all the negative qualities. From being a delinquent to a notorious student, he never pays attention in class and always has a clap back for every situation. Of course, all of this changes when he finds interest in a repeating senior, Nagisa, who comes into his life and rocks his world. Tomoya only comes out of his shell by helping Nagisa fulfill her dreams of reviving the drama club. And this brings the anime to a generic harem trope between Tomoya and other additions. The characters are apex level of cuteness and are so well written. However, every one of them has their demons to fight, so the story becomes a touching one real quick. Honorable mention will be Clannad, the after story, where we see Tomoya and Nagisa as a couple with a child. Sadly, being a family doesn't guarantee a happy ending with them. With that said, if you ever wake up and want to watch depressing shit, Clannad is all you need to ruin your day. Number 9, we have Origairu, My Team Romantic Comedy Snafu. What does it take to kick off one of the best high school romance anime? Simple. All you need is a grumpy, sadistic protagonist who is a deep shit that only cares for himself and doesn't give an F about penguins dying in the north. And then, of course, lots of incredibly hot girls in the same class as him. Hachiman has zero regard for anything in life, wishing the end of the world to just happen already. As punishment for a school offense, Hachiman is forced to join the school's volunteer club, where he meets the only member, Yukino, who's as messed up as he is. Yui joins them as the third member, balancing the triangle of awkwardness. They become the perfect trio club of dysfunctional members and a dysfunctional love triangle. Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Senpai cosplays at number 8. If there was such a disease known as adult syndrome, I'd expect the symptoms to be growing a natural Santa beard or growing massive knockers and ginormous wieners. However, for this anime, adult syndrome is an unpredictable one and its effects leave adverse changes in the lives of its victims. For sweeping Sakuta off his feet in bridal style, Mai is a fallen star from the sky. But actually, she's a famous figure who suddenly goes undercover to attend high school and ultimately becomes invisible to everyone. Symptoms are specially sponsored by the adult syndrome. This further explains why she has the guts to walk in a sexy bunny outfit at a public library. But then again, she gets a complete shocker finding out Sakura is the only one who can actually see her. As for Sakura, he's really just a simple pervert whose goal in life is to make Mai walk on him like a carpet. The story goes by with Sakura's desire to help other characters who suffer different symptoms of the adult syndrome, including himself, his panda sister, and Mai, who later develops feelings for him. At number 7, we have Blue Spring Ride. Wouldn't it hurt if your first love is not reciprocated? Joke's on you, bud, cause my mommy loves me so freaking much. That's why she's my first true love. This anime show is about a hopeless romantic named Futaba. Futaba has the longest crush in a middle school friend, Ko, but is unable to confess to him because she's a meathead about it. Ko moves out of the town, breaks poor Futaba's heart, and then moves back into town years later to ruin Futaba's healing process. To make matters worse, he returns as a different and colder version. Safe to say his villain arc was unlocked by some events that occurred in his life. Futaba, thinking that they can rekindle what they never had, tries to pull one of those I can change him energy. Instead, she gets whipped in the face with a Thanksgiving pie of rejection as Ko develops feelings for Futaba's rival. We're having my all-time fave at number 6. My boy Gojo gets the best girl in the entire anime universe. Disclaimer, that might have looked like an exaggerated statement, but hell no, Marin's fire. She's a popular social butterfly that happens to be a W girl for loving otaku shit, plus she absolutely loves cosplaying. She doesn't need tsundere claws before being a friendly sweetheart to everybody, including the pathetic loser that sits next to the window, Gojo. I mean, she's a genuinely good person, like my ex-girlfriend. And yet Baby Girl always wonders why I paid more attention to 2D characters and couldn't stand her. Marin and Gojo complement each other so well that she's everything he's not. Their relationship kicks off when Gojo is revealed to be a talented Hina doll creator. For a boy of his age, the cops classify this as an unusual activity, especially in an era where he's meant to have real hobbies like playing video games or having a collection of girls in swimsuits. Marin teams up with Gojo to help her cosplay passion come to life, and this creates room for some spicy situations that almost made my Avenger eyes. I know some critics are like, Marin's absurd level of cuteness is what carried the anime. Yeah, beat the bush. Dangers in My Heart dangerously makes its debut in 5th place. This anime's protagonist inspires me to become the best version of myself, and I promise to spread hate on everything that crosses my path. Koyotaro is a psychopathic loner who has a fetish for murder and secretly has his classmates on his kill radar. They often overlook him because he's a vertically challenged dwarf having the features of a sadistic child. However, they're unaware that a potential serial killer sits among them and wants to dagger their guts, especially the guts of the most popular girl in class, Yamada. When Yamada accidentally begins sharing his secret space with him, he finds out that the popular tall girl is also odd in her ways. Yamada is completely obsessed with treats and sweets while Koyotaro can't even hurt a fly. Twinkle Toes has been all talk and no fuss, like a bag of expired chips, and Yamada's kindness sinks into his cold heart and melts it. Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten comes in 4th place. This is a romance anime centered on Mahiru and Amane. For the record, Mahiru is not the annoying combination of blonde characters that I cannot stand. If she's blonde and she's not airheaded, has small cherries, is not a tsundere, and doesn't treat the MC like shit, then sign me up because she can take all my savings. Matter of fact, she can ruin me and tie me up like a dog because I will forever be submissive. So, the couple in question are both high school students. However, before they become official, they loved isolating themselves, and the best part is that they're neighbors. The relationship starts when Amane lends his umbrella to the prettiest girl in school, and she shows her appreciation by caring for him whenever a fever strikes him by the balls, after trying to act like a gentleman with tough skin. Their relationship grows into something better. From strangers at school who barely spoke 3 words to each other, they get closer. And when I say they get close, I mean really close. However, they're both pathetic because none of them really express their feelings. Weaklings. At number 3, we have Toradora. Well, what do we have here? 2 hopeless romantics, a Statue of Liberty, and a dwarf who cannot stand each other. Actually, Taiga and Ryuji have almost nothing in common apart from having unreciprocated love from their crush. The crush in mention are both Ryuji and Taiga's best friends, so it's like a cross-multiplication between them. Ryuji is calm and smart, but his facial features and low eyes sort of feel like he's an imaginary beef with you. Meanwhile, Taiga has all of the bad qualities of a perfect tsundere. She's snappy, has a sharp tongue, is aggressive, flat-chested, and surprisingly a very good fighter. I guess this is why Ryuji let her use him as a mop stick when she doesn't get her way. The 2 cross paths when Ryuji accidentally receives Taiga's love letter meant for his best friend. In an interesting twist filled with lots of emotions, they accommodate themselves to help win the hearts of their love interest, but find something beautiful while at it. Horimiya glides in at 2nd place. I've always had this mindset that controversial shit always makes the media rounds. If you want to keep people talking, spread negativity and watch yourself grow and glow. Just like how Andrew Tate does it.
Isn't that the same thing?
No. However, Horimiya might just be that anime that proves this theory wrong. There's no questionable age complex, no unrequited love that keeps any of its characters in a box, no love rejections that bruises a character's ego, no toxic female character that beats the shit out of you like Taiga and Ryuji, no shade, just pure organic love. Miyamura is a low-budget emo bad boy who makes zero effort in relationships and keeps a very weird style that often leaves him misunderstood by his classmates. His style is so lame that he doesn't attract any character and just wants to survive high school with his best buds. Meanwhile, Hori is the beautiful and bright girl at school who drags the attention of everyone. Literally everyone. What they don't know is that Hori lives a double life of being a hot baddie at school and then returning home to be her brother's 67-year-old mommy. Their paths cross when Miyamura coincidentally helps Hori's brother with an injury. Their relationship slowly blooms into romantic feelings, which later steps on the necks of everyone in class as they wonder how he pulled the baddest girl on the block.
宮村、手も耳も冷たいね。
Finally, we have this masterpiece in first place, Your Lie in April. Fun fact, we started this list with a sad anime and we're also ending it with another sad one. And for the record, this anime shattered me in ways I never thought were possible. The creators had no business doing me dirty like that. They had no business ending this story in a tragedy, and yet here we are. Kosei is a young pianist who loses his ability to play the piano after a traumatic experience in their childhood. The only one who manages to pull him out of this phase is Kori, an eccentric violinist who lives out of her shell. They get closer and develop feelings in which Kori finds a forbidden romance. The show ultimately ends with Kori saving Kosei, however, he's unable to save her from her tragic fate. Your Lie in April is a show that does not need 1K episodes to be amazing. It's a beautiful romance story that tugs the heartstrings, breaks you, and makes you pause to process the incomprehensible scenes, and lets you cry yourself to sleep. After the raw emotion seen in this masterpiece, I might actually burn a non-otaku the next time they say anime are cartoons. Good night. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for, honorable mention goes to Bloom Into You. This anime stands out on this list not only because it's the only Yuri that makes it here, but because Yuri doesn't get talked about enough. Now I'm putting you on to good stuff. This story follows Toko and Yu's complicated ideas about love and expressing themselves. From well-written characters to a perfect storyline, animation, and tear-dropping dialogue, Bloom Into You is a solid 10. I can already sense the glares through my glare detector device. I know that feeling. Your favorite anime didn't get listed, huh? Well, let me know in the comments which anime should have been on this list. That's a wrap, weebs. You made it this far, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tea. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.